Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I do hope you consider subscribing and hit the bell if you want to be notified of more videos. I've already applied the base coat from Born Pretty, and then I used this beautiful red by Beetles number 774 for the middle finger, and I did the rest of the nails with the Vina Lisa Black, and I used two coats of these colors on each of these nails. And now I'm going to use the Born Pretty matte top coat to apply to all five of the nails to get them ready for my design. So I get all this ready and done, just to cut down on the size of the video, because some of this design with the carving, using the carving gel, really takes a while, so I couldn't cut a lot of it out. But I did speed it up, so it's there. I'm going to start with the easiest part of this design and use this beautiful glittery red gel from Beetles. And I mean, I was looking for a perfect red to match up with the sculpting gel, which I do darken up when I use the chrome powder, the red chrome powder on it, but I thought this was going to be like a perfect match. And I don't want this to be really, I guess, extreme, so it's still going to remain kind of a dark design on the nail, and hopefully you can see it really well on the video, but I could have put a red polish in the background for these, but I just kind of wanted it to be a little more mysterious looking, I guess. You can see it really well in certain light, and then it kind of disappears in other light. It's kind of cool. The glitter gel polish has a sticky layer, so I'm just using my Model 1's top coat to put on top of these blood drips. It's time to make the cloak part of the Cloak and Dagger design, and I'm using this really pretty red carving gel. And if you've seen my last couple of videos, I have used this and I actually love it. It's a little brighter red than what I really wanted. It doesn't really match the red theme that I already have going on. So when I add the chrome powder, which you'll see soon, um, it darkens it up and actually makes it pretty near perfect for what I wanted. So I'm just going to use my silicone tools, some 91% alcohol, and I'm going to shape this into like the hood, a side view of a hood of a cloak that would be on a person. So once you see the finished look, well, you've already seen the picture, so I'm sure you can tell what it's gonna end up looking like, but that's my whole idea for this, in case you were wondering what that actually was. Now that I have the shape of the hood, the cloak hood that I want, I'm going to put some detail in it so that it looks more like material. Um, and this part is actually very easy. There's no strategy. I just kind of wanted to give it a little bit of dimension. Instead of using a no wipe top coat and using the chrome powder to make this shiny, which would be fine, I kind of wanted to give it a kind of a little more of a satiny look, so I'm using the base coat, and then I'm gonna rub the chrome powder into it. Um, Actually, not really rub it. I'm gonna pat it into it to actually give it a little more texture so it's not so smooth. Now that I have this beautiful red chrome powder on here, I am so happy the way this turned out. Um, I'm just applying some no wipe top coat to protect it, and it actually brings it out even more. It was just, I couldn't have been happier with the results of this. Now to make the dagger, I'm also using the 3D carving or sculpture gel, whatever you call it. And I'm going to do this in parts. I'm going to do the hand shield, I guess you'd call it, first, and then I'll move up to the handle. And I'm going to cure each of these in between so I don't mess up the other or give the gel time to settle, because it will settle and change the shape. So you do kind of have to, make sure that you cure it in between each step. If you can do it all in one, good for you. I did not have faith in myself to do that. Plus, I wanted it to look like the parts were separate. So while I'm trying to do the curvy part of the blade of this dagger, I kept trying to detail it with this big silicone tool. I don't know what I was thinking. I kept doing it, and finally I was like, I realized, use a smaller tool and I can do it a lot faster. So I finally switched over to the smaller, pointy silicone tool that you see here to do the detail of that. Not gonna lie, it was stressing me out a little bit, but I got it done. It looked okay. So, yeah, it was a struggle. I decided to add a little extra touch of detail to this and create what I always called the spine of the nail, and it is nail, the spine of the dagger. Um, it is called a spine on like your kitchen knife or whatever, but I guess it's actually called a fuller. And there is another name for it. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's the middle part that you often see um, in daggers that goes almost, well, I didn't make this one very long, so, but it can go all the way to the point of the blade. But I just made kind of a short one, but it adds a little bit of detail and dimension in the knife. I've already put the base coat on the knife just like I did with the hood of the cloak, and I'm going to follow the same steps as I did exactly with the cloak hood. Um, and I want this to, I'm just going to brush all the chrome powder in, a little bit of brushing, a little bit of patting to give it that older look, like more of an antique look. I didn't want it to be smooth and shiny like it's new. I wanted it to look like it's old. And then I'm going to be applying the top coat, the no wipe top coat on top of it to protect my chrome powder. It's time to add the bling, and I'm just going to use the matte polish like I usually do when I have matte nails. Um, and at this point, I'm really wishing that I had uh, a big red gem to put where I'm putting this clear one here. The clear one, it turned out okay, but I think a red one would have been prettier, maybe. I don't know. I didn't have one to try. Um, but I had the smaller red one, so I just used the clear, put all these beautiful little red ones for the rest of this, and I do some clear and red on the cloak hood also. This was a really fun set to do. I had actually done this in acrylics a couple years ago. I never made a video on it, but I loved how it looked, and so using the 3D carving gel was actually a lot of fun. It took me a little bit longer with that than it did with the acrylics, but the results actually came out pretty much the same. Um, and I just love them. I think they're so pretty. Uh, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more videos, remember to hit that bell. And I really hope you subscribe. And if you think about it, please like and share as well.